But it's a Rover. Yeah, but it's a GTI. Good evening. You join me again in what is my garage slash gym slash now storage for everything, because that's kind of what your garage becomes. Anyway, that's not what we're here for today. So, great news. After the engine's all been sorted out, I've now hit that beautiful 300-mile mark. So you know what that means: new sparks, new oil filter. So today, and maybe not all today because time is constraint, I'm going to be changing spark plugs out. I'm going to be oil. Look at that, Halford's oil, because no expense spared, mainly because that's what I had. It's what I got. So the bad boy's getting this until, well, I'm going from the MOT around about December time again, and just before then, I'm going to do another service on it. So I figure for the time being, got the Bosch filter, got the Halford's oil, going to use that. Got a new sump plug. Reminds me of a really small something else that you'd use to plug. No, so Halford's, again, because, you know, why not? Halford's oil filter pliers, because, you know, I may not be strong enough to take the oil filter off myself. And I've got some NGK G-Power Platinum alloy spark plugs. Now, what I've also had to go and get is one of these. This is a feeler gauge. I'm pretty certain the majority of individuals know exactly what one of these is. What I'm going to be doing with that is I need to check the gaps in these spark plugs. It's a different type of gapping, not like the normal BMW gapping that you'd be doing if you had a downpipe and a tune. I'll throw you an example now. Gapped. So we'll be doing gapping on these spark plugs. I've been advised, so let's go back a bit. The manual says that for a VVC engine, you need to have a 0.85 mil, or between 0. Well, it says 1 mil, give or take 0.05 mil in the book for a normal engine. However, because it's the VVC, a lot of people on the forums have advised 0.85 mil gap on these. What I've been told to do is give it 0.5 mil. I've said a lot of numbers here. The long and short is I'm going to do a 0.5 mil gap, although having measured these with the feeler gauge, these are coming up at 0.9. So I need to reduce the gap down from 0.9 to 0.5 before I take the old sparks out and put the new sparks in. Legend has it that by bringing them down to that 0.5, it removes potential misfires and potential struggles when starting the engine. By all means, check out MG Rover, mg-rover.org, the forums, brilliant place. It's also something that I'd been advised to do by the MG mechanic that came out to basically fix the car for me. So I've got to do that, I've got to do this, and while I'm at it as well, not in this video, I'm going to have a little look at this foam engine degreasant, because you will see when I change all of this here, it's very oily under there. A gasket was replaced in the sump because we believe the sump was leaking as well. So there shouldn't be any oil leaks anymore, but because it was already covered in oil and it looks all shitty, I figure it's probably a good idea to spritz some of that around and then just check to make sure that there's no oil leaks, because that one's a pain in the arse to sort out, because you've got to take the exhaust manifold off in order to get to it, because, well, you've seen if you're underneath it, the downpipe goes underneath it and then the cat's behind it. It's a pain. So I figure while I'm there, while I'm on the floor, while I'm getting dirty, let's get it all sorted. So oil, filter, something, fucking spark plugs, fucking, let's go. Let's just, woo! This bike's a little bit too small for me. I do like the bell though. Ring, ding, 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 ding. Let's go! Whoa. Right. Let's try that again. Right, you join me here sat in Das Auto. I'm going to turn the engine on because, hang on a minute. There we go, now it's on. Reason why I'm turning it on is because it's a good idea that the oil gets a little warm before I start taking it out, because that's right, I'm going to change the oil first. Basically, got to undo the sump plug drain that into like this tub thing that I've got. I'll insert a picture here. Ta-da! Once the oil's drained out of there, just going to leave it for a little bit, to probably about half hour or so, let it drain out. And then what I'll need to do is unscrew the oil filter using the new oil. I'll put like a little around it, one of these, and screw it back in. What I need to, in fact, what I should tell you before we do any of that is I'll need to pop the bonnet, unscrew the oil cap at the top. I believe it's to relieve pressure, you know, so sort of like, you know, when you tip a bottle upside down, the water globs through because of it trying to have air pass through it, whereas if you had a hole at the top, it'll just pull straight through because you're replacing one object with another object. Very Newtonian. That was also me spitting slightly while saying that. But yeah, so let me just get the engine a little bit warm. I don't want it operating temperature warm because I don't fancy having 90-degree oil spit out at me. But yeah, once that gets ticking around, yeah, we'll swap it out and we'll see how it goes. I'll show you the rest of the process. I'm not just going to explain it to you and not give you any imagery. So let's get some imagery. Let's go. Right, so here I am on the floor again because, you know, I love the floor. Right, here's my little oil capture, capture-y pop thing. I think if I undo that, that opens it up, so then the oil eventually will drain out in there. And underneath here, see, I've got this beautiful purple nipple on there. You're going to unscrew that bad boy, and my oil should dump out into the tray bin capture thingy bob. But before I do that, I've got to pop the bonnet and open the oil filler cap. Okay, so engine is nice and warm. You can physically see nothing from this angle, so I'm going to amend this now. Okay, so engine is warm, cap is off. You can see that purple bleed nipple. I've got my COVID/prostate rubber glove on. Let me move this to underneath here, and I'm currently looking through the gap in the wheel well. So let me just move my little mat around because that's exciting. You know what? I'm going to move this out of the way because I'll need it out of the way in order for me to get onto here. So let's try and get you off. Get you off. Let's try and take this off. Oh, it's on there tight. Oh, I need to show that I'm weak as hell. Oh, God. How the bloody hell. Oh, God, that was a nightmare. Hopefully that's loosened it off. This is why people like pre-do this stuff, isn't it? To make themselves look amazing as they unscrew things. Fucking hell, that was on there fucking tight. Right. I'm sure that that's there ready to catch everything, and hopefully see it coming. Oh, here we go. The reason why we went to war with Iraq. I mean, oh, that oil looks fucking beautiful, doesn't it? Fucking like shit. Oh, I told you, innit? I just had another kid. But I mean, oh, it's not that bad. It's a little golden now. I think it just cleared the crap out of the back end of it. Right. Let's let this rubbish pour out now. And yeah, we'll come back in a minute once we've done that. And then, I don't know if you can see while I'm here, just up there is the oil filter, which I'm going to need to unscrew in a moment. Ah, there you go. Look, you can see it's a bit clearer now. Oh, it looks really good like that. So it must have pulled all the last bit of the crap out. I think it needs this. Right, I'm going to leave it ticking away, and I'll be back in a few minutes once it's all drained out. Okay, so we're back under the car again. All right, oil all successfully drained out, and as you can see just up there, that is our oil filter. So essentially I need to get my hand around, untwist that, and take it out. I'm going to leave my tray down the bottom here just so that I can catch any oil that may come out of it. I got another rubber glove on because I just love it so much. I'm going to see if I can reach underneath to do it without having to jack the car up. Oh, I'll get the focus in. So to get the car up. If not, then what I'll have to do is jack the car up a little bit and just get underneath. I'm not going to show you me doing it because I quite literally just need to twist it. If it is on too tight, then I do have, if I pull my camera out like this, look at this top quality camera skill. Look at my floor. Some of these. but hopefully I won't need that. So yeah, let me get that done now. Yeah, right. I had to use these bad boys. It was on there quite tight. The way you twist it off is bestie. What does he call it? Lefty loosey? Lefty loosey. Right, I've taken it off and you can see that it's dripping still a few little bits into there, and I had to jack the car up. The car is not actually on that bit there. I used the jack stand at the front of the car, which is just there where the toe ring is, and then I've got the jack stands. Sorry, I used the jack on the toe ring at the front, and then the jack stands where the jacking point's over there, and then I've just moved it to just that bit out of the way because I needed access so I could get to here. Still got oil dripping out, so what I'm going to do at the moment is I need to just clean these surfaces up, and then once I've cleaned the surfaces up, I'm going to put the new filter in, which I can do in a moment, and then I'll clean that other mating surface up and get the new sump plug and washer in, and so that you can see that's where that bit there is the filter, where the filter goes, which is just dripping that little bit of oil. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's a difficult job, but no, I would. It's a pain in the arse. It's just a pain in the arse job. Is it worth 200 and some odd quid for getting a mechanic to do it? Yeah, if you can't be arsed, but you know, if you want a weekend entertainment with a mate, I'm doing it on my own, so it's pretty crap. But if you were doing it with a mate, I can imagine this would be quite fun. But yeah, let me get the next bit sorted. Right, new Bosch filter. In fact, I think it's the same Bosch filter. What you need to do is get yourself a little bit of oil, new oil. Yeah, I suppose you could use this oil, but I guess new oil. And what you do is you just lubricate this rubber ring. And I tell you what, I've just noticed the ring is not on here, which means it's probably stuck underneath the car. So let me go take the old ring off, and then I can lubricate this one and then get that on. Oh, all the joys. Yeah, that bad boy was still stuck to the car, so I need to get some oil and lubricate this one's ring. I'll just put it back in the box so that the dirt got on it or in it. But yeah, let me lubricate this one. I am well out of breath. Why is this difficult? And I'll put it back in. Right, we've got ourselves our new oil filter up in there. It doesn't have to be in super tight, but hand tight and then a little more. And then I've put our new sump plug in just here. I've just got to tighten that up a little bit, which I'll do with this bad boy because my hands are all slippery. It's got the new nylon washer on it, or whatever it is, to stop with spreading oil everywhere. Be easy if I took this thing out of the way, wouldn't it? Have I got to set this? Have I set this the right way? No, I haven't. There we go. Help if I was actually tightening it up then, wouldn't it? As opposed to undoing it. Don't know how to use a ratchet. As you can tell, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a basic boy. Right. Let's move this out of the way. It's full of oil. Come on. There we go. That's all you needed was that little bit more. Click. Well, what am I saying click for? It's not fucking torque wrench. Right. Let's just get it so that it's tight, not over tight. Maybe a little more. Good times. Oh, and I've leaned in a puddle of oil. What a smart boy. I think that should be, once I've done this little bit. There we go. We're tight. Cool. Right. Let's go lower the car down, fill her up with oil. Right, we're back. So, oil in here. Tell you what we should do. Let's take this bad boy out. It should come back with F oil on it. Can we see? Oh, cheeky. Alright, we've got F oil on there. In, out. Tell my wife got pregnant. And then if it focuses, which it looks like it's not going to, there you go. F all on there again. Cool. Let's pour some oil in here. We'll find the hole. There we go. Right. Crap jokes, aren't they? Ugh, what are we going to do? Got me Halford's oil. Is he going to spill it? I feel like I am. I'm going to come back with a cone. And look at that, I'm back with a cone. It's even got a little, look at that, it's even got a little filter in it. That's pretty cool. Right, it says it takes 4.5, so what I'm going to do is probably put, I don't know, 2 in, and then check the level and just keep doing that. Oh, this is way better, he says as he almost fucking spills it still. What is wrong with me? Oh yeah, I work indoors all day, that's what's wrong with me. There we go. Let's pour some of this in here. I don't think it's going to be particularly exciting. You watch me pour oil in here, is it? Oh, there. I'll tell you what. Don't sit and watch me pour oil. Stop that. That's crap. Look, I spilled oil on this. Yeah, don't sit and watch me pour oil. I'll come back to you once I'm checking it. Right, oil is now in. Got to do the next bit now, which is turn the car on, lets it circulate. Hopefully that way it will go into the oil filter. And then I need to check the level again. So here goes. Please don't blow up. Please start. Oh, all light has gone off on the car. That's a good thing. That's a good sign. What else is on? Oh, the handbrake is on. All right, leave it running for, I don't know, 2 minutes. Let it just settle down a minute. Give it 30 seconds, that'll do. And then I'll check the oil. Alright, let's check the oil level. Yeah. It's to me like jobs are good. Sweet, isn't it? Alright, let's put that back in there. Cool. This is all sorted. Oil's done. Put the cap on. Now all I've got to do is take that off and get the spark plugs changed out. And then that should be me sorted for the day. Okay, so I'm going to do this way so that you can sort of see what I'm doing. So this is how you gap a spark plug. Now, I have actually already done these, so it's just going to be a case of me demonstrating to you. So when you get the box, take them out, got your spark plug, got your little cardboard surround on it. Now, the reason why you've got that is because you have this. There's your electrode. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Right, that bit's your electrode. This bit is the earthing rail. So let's just pop you back on there for a second. This would be your feeler gauge. So upon these, you've got, will you be able to catch it? All right, if I bring it up here, all right, there you go. You can just see numbers. Let's see if we can look at the gold one. That might be clearer. So the top number, fuck it flies. The top number is your imperial bottom number metric, so 0.25 mil. So what we'd be looking for is this one, 0.5 millimeter. So that's what they look like. It's this thickness. This you'll find is a little bit oily if ever you get one of these, just so that you can slide it around. Now, basically, what you want, it's really disorientating to try and do it like this. What you want is for this to slide into here and offer just a slight amount of resistance. Yeah, just an ever so slight amount of resistance. So if I get the, turn that around, let me grab this one, 0.6. This is 0.6 mil. Looking at this. So as you'll see, this won't fit in there. So it's too thick for it. So essentially, your goal is to reduce the size of that gap down. Now, there is proper tools to do this. Essentially, you can buy like these bits where it just loops over the top here, or it loops around the side of this bit, and you can bend the earthing rod up and down. No, I didn't have that. So I had to do it the old school way, which is with a hammer. So this gets placed down on something firm, and then you gently tap on this, not as light as that. It needs to be a bit firmer than that, because you're not going to do anything if you just do this. I'm just doing that because I don't want it to move anymore. But you just need to gently tap down on the top of that, and that will slowly bring the gap down. And then you'll do a couple taps. You grab your feeler gauge. That's 0.6. I don't want you. I want 0.5. I want 0.5. And then you'll go, oh, does it fit? Yes, it does fit. Does it offer a slight amount of resistance? Yes, it does. Then that means it's the right size. Now, there is the potential that you could go too far. In which case, what I then had to do is, because you've got to be careful of your electrode and like this little white bit around here. So what I had to do was actually use this, which I probably shouldn't have done because I don't have the right tools to do this. Bad workman and all that. I sort of balanced on here and on there, and then just levered it back up, and then did that ever so gently. And then rechecked again, found that I did too much, so I had to tap it down again. Yeah, not the best way of doing this. Where's my little cardboard tube gone? Not the best way of doing it, because like I say, there is tools available to you, but I needed to get this done today, and I could not get my hands on the tool required in order to bend them. So that's the spark plug, that's the feeler gauge, that's your hammer, and that's what I did. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Let's just pretend it's another one of them British engineering jaunts where that'll do, ducky, if you get me. Okie doke, you've seen me do this countless times where I've just hadn't done the 3 screws there. I've also disconnected the battery, did that first, undone the 3 screws. All I've got to do now is take those 2 out, replace the spark, take that out, replace the spark, them, just repeat along it. I've got this 16mm jobby. Basically what I'll do is undo them, take the coil pack out, use this to unscrew the spark plug, and then I'll use the coil pack's spongy bit on the end to pull it back out because I haven't got anything to retract it. Then I'll use the spongy bit to put that bit in, start the twist ever so slightly so that I make sure that it's on there, and then spin it in. Happy days. Right, and just like that, it's back on. I didn't think it worth seeing the ins and outs of me changing spark plugs. You've seen me do it before. If I figure out how to do it, I'll put a link in up there to where I've done it previously. But no, these are all done. Lid's back on, battery's reconnected. I guess we better start the car up, so let's go do this. Right, join me in the car, as I sit many times. Neutral, let's have a look at this. So first things first. Right, it's definitely coming back telling me that I got power. See if it works. The car turns on. Oh. Still seems to be spluttering just a little bit, but I'm of the understanding this is still due to the new valves bedding in. So just as a quick recap, I have done 300 miles in it. I've just replaced the spark plugs with the 0.5mm gap, which we've just seen done. Changed the oil, changed the filter. Yeah, I guess all I've got to do now is let it warm up, get to temperature. It's settled down now. Let it warm up, check the temperature, and then take it for a drive. So I was led to believe that once this is all done, which we've done now, I am going to just double check, make sure there's no leaks, no issues and all that sort of stuff. Apparently I can then let rip. I mean, I'm sure you remember from a video ages ago, I'd done a 0 to 60 with the issues. Do you know what? I'll just put that clip in now. Here we go. First, second, ooh. Third, 60. Now that you've seen that, I think it worked out as around about 11.5 something seconds. I'm trying to do it off the top of my head. It was close to 12 seconds, basically shit. So let's take this for a drive and then see if we can do ourselves another 0 to 60 pull. And hopefully this one will be a lot better. I really hope it is a lot better. So let's fucking do it. Okie doke, so we're on a nondescript road. National speed limit here, 60 mile an hour. I figured I'll do a 0 to 60 pull on it because why not? Let's time it. I'm going to have to time it on the video, so I won't know until I look back at how fast this is, but the car does feel much much more sprightly. It feels sprightlier than what it did before. So yeah, let's go. That's 60, fucking hell. The car is fast. The car is fast, and it feels fast, and it feels strong and good. FYI, it is lovely and warmed up. I've spent about 15 minutes getting the engine nice and warm before I did any of this stuff, and it feels fucking amazing. Oh, I'm well happy. Absolutely ecstatic with how this is. Whatever the time is, you'll see it in the bottom. This obviously was not the most perfect 0 to 60, but fucking hell, that was fucking faster than what it was last time. Jesus, I fucking love this car. Right, there's only one thing to do now, and that's go for a little cruise around and about, because well, what fucking else is there to do? Jesus Christ. So yeah, thank you very much. I'll say like and subscribe now. However, oh, here we go, we've got cyclists on the road, so let's slow down a little bit for this dude. There we go. Down to 30. Let me just get around him. Still in 30. Let's drop a gear. Fucking up we go. Fucking hell. This car's fucking amazing. Oh, another cyclist coming up. Slow down. Bloody hell. We're getting lucky with the cyclists, meaning that we can do a couple pulls. Yeah, we'll let this BMW get around. See, cyclists get a bit of a bad rep. I can see why, because you're holding up the flow of traffic. But then at the same time of things, I suppose you've got to get your exercise in. And a lot of the people that are out on the push bikes at the moment are just old boys and girls. This looks like some old boy just on his push bike. There we go, let's get past him. We won't rag it past right here. Well, let's just get past first. There we go. It's not even foot flat to the floor. There we go. This is definitely 100% better than 1,000,000% better than what it was previously before. Wow. I can't believe how well this has gone. Yeah, so massive shout out. I suppose everybody will want to know how much money I've spent in getting this done. Probably about 1,800 quid, which you could say, hey, why the fuck would you spend that much money? Particularly being as I've just had another baby. Well, the missus just had another baby. It's mine as well, but she was the one that physically put the baby out. Yeah, why would I spend that much money? And now she knows how much money I've spent on it. It's alright. I worked hard for it. A bit of overtime. Yeah, I really enjoy this car. I really love it. Don't get me wrong, I understand nobody else is going to give a damn about it, because if this was like even if it was a Mark 4 GTI, the 1.8 turbo one, it would probably hold some value, whereas this don't. And I've still got more money to spend on it, and I still want to spend more money on it because I absolutely love it. Just a recap of what's actually been done. So we've had the engine completely taken apart in order to sort out that coolant leak, which came from the fact that the wet cylinder liners were slightly corroded and just a little low. So because of this, they were letting coolant into the combustion chamber. What we've also found is that conrod on piston 4, the conrod for piston 4 was slightly bent, which was giving us a slight lack of compression in cylinder 4. Cylinder 3 bent/burnt valve stem seams, burnt valve seams, so they weren't sealing, so we had half the compression required for that particular fucking cylinder, which yeah, that was crap. So yeah, we've had a new head, new VVC head, new head gasket, new cam belt, new water pump, oil filter, spark plugs, and then we've done oil filter and spark plugs again, and they've been re-gapped to 0.5 mil. What else have we had done? We've had a new valves, obviously, because they've gone in there. Yeah, new sump, gasket, which actually sorted out an oil leak that we had down there as well. New gaskets for the inlet manifold, for the exhaust. Yeah, shit tons of work. And I've still got well, they were in the boot, they're not in the boot now, they're inside the garage, the old cylinder sleeves and the knackered piston and com rod. So yeah, lots of work has been done and I am very happy. The car drives amazingly well, it's really sprightly. You've seen from my brief 0 to 60 that, I say brief 0 to 60, yeah, it was brief because it was fast. The car is doing exactly what it needs to do. It's doing car-like things and it's doing them really well. And now it's nice and warm, I can rag it around. I say rag it around, I'm not going to be overly aggressive all the time. I just want to know that I have the ability to do so. And yeah, it is pulling well. Things left to do, suspension, a few of the little bits. There'll be some more videos coming out because I've got things like an exhaust blow that I've got to get sorted. I want to do like a new boot floor. I've got loads of bits going on. I'm contemplating on seeing what other weird noughties modifications I can do at the same time, which would be interesting. I still need to put an amp and a sub in. I've got loads of shit to do. But still, I greatly appreciate everybody taking the time to sit, listen to me prattle on with what I'm doing, with me going around and about, and seeing how the car's developed. And hopefully you'll continue to enjoy it, continue to watch, continue to like. Maybe I'll get some more subscribers. Put some comments down. I'd love to know your thoughts and feelings. Did I spend too much money? Yes, I spent far too much fucking money. Was it worth it? Yes, it fucking was. Fuck yeah. Cool. Right, in that case then, guys, I'll love you and leave you. I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, ta-ra. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, making my way. I don't know the fucking rest of this song. See you in the next one.